Hello. Welcome this evening. We're a few minutes early, so I am expecting it to be relatively busy stream to start with. So thank you all for your messages. As you can see, this side, the text is working this week for those that have joined me regularly. It's working this week, and I've done an update on the software. So it's probably getting some feedback off your mic. Oh, that's not a good start, is it? Let's have a look what we got. Is it just loud? Let me tone it down a bit. I had a problem recording on my mic earlier this week as well. So is that a bit better? Are you still hearing some feedback? It's popping. Ooh. Okay. That means my mic is very loud. Okay, 1 second. There's always one problem or another on my streams. It's never that simple. Okay, let's bring this all the way down. Right, let's go. Does that sound... It's like you're overdriving on the audio. Does that sound a bit better? Or, yeah, I'm going to turn the gain down, don't worry. I know I had an issue earlier this week as well. Right, 1 second. Right, my mixer's on the other side, so still exactly the same. Right, I've turned my gain down by about 15 dB, so I'm hoping that sounds a bit better, but let me turn this part back up. Is that better? I'm listening on my phone. Turn down the mic a bit. Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to sort my sound out, so I apologize. This is not a very good start to what I was hoping to be a good live stream, but now the volume is a bit low. Okay, right, okay. So we're moving in the right direction. Good for now, much better. Right, I'm going to turn it up another 2 or 3 dB. Right, bear with me. Right, now hopefully that will be a little bit better. Let's go. Let's get this stream started. Right, okay. Let's see where we were supposed to be 2 minutes ago. So we were going to be a bit early, but I guess we are on time. So I'm not going to do the giveaway straight away. So the giveaway this evening, thank you for those that are joining for the giveaway, but we're going to probably cover it in about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes or so. So we'll see how we get on with the stream, and then we'll take a look and see when we want to do the giveaway. The first thing I will say is I'm testing a new piece of software for this giveaway. I have a backup if that doesn't work, but I'm going to kindly ask one of you. So we're not doing it yet. This is just a test. Can I get one of you or a few of you to stick Inside Wire into the chat? Because I want to make sure this is working before I say I'm definitely going to do this. If I can find the right page. I think it's this one. Or is it? Thank you. All right, 6 entries, 7 entries. Right, let me show you what I can see on. Actually, you should be able to see it just there, I hope. 8 entries. So how many of you actually put it into the chat? I just want to make sure it marries up and you aren't going to miss out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, yeah, that looks good to me. It looks about right. And then if I go here, sorry, I'm using you guys as my experiment just to see if this giveaway software works. Because I'm streaming across multiple platforms, I don't want to push someone to one specific side or one specific platform. So I'm just going to select a winner. So there you go. Oh, there you go. 1964 Cloud, you would have won if that was the case, but unfortunately that's not the case. So I apologize for getting your hopes up. So we know that works then. I will give you another word shortly that you can type in to get the win. And yeah, we'll cover that in just a few moments. So let's see what we're going to talk about today. So we know the software works, which is good. Most of you are on one platform anyway. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really going to make too much of a difference, but that software just makes it a little bit easier, I guess. Right, let's jump through some of the comments. Now, some of them were just you guys yelling at me about my audio. So I apologize again from the start. Thank you to Frederick for putting in some early messages. Obviously, it helps me to make sure that the software is working as I expect it to. So welcome HD Music, welcome to the live stream, and I'm losing, because you guys are chatting away, I'm losing some of these messages. So what I'm going to do, let's pop this out and let's bring this across. I'm getting spammed. Great, thank you. I think I'm going to have to get my moderator involved to start banning people. But anyway, let's, oh, not that one either, that one. So let's go through some of these. Good evening. Hello. Feedback. So this is where we had mic issues. Still loads of good evening from Sozopol. Okay. The different location this week. Vasil, are you traveling around different areas at the moment? I'm listening on my phone. Turn down the mic. Sorry. Now turn it down. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. Much better. Congrats on the 20k sub. Thank you very much. Sounds good. Let's go with it. So Wingstop, yeah, everyone loves a bit of Wingstop. Why not? Congratulations on the 20,000. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, congratulations again. And you guys are all tagging me here. So let's scroll down a little bit. Looked like it worked. I hope you'll talk about something. I hope you'll talk about Superlink about home users. Okay, let's add that to the chat list, because there was a slight change on the Superlink stuff this week. Or I say this week, I think it was like either yesterday or today. Yeah, sorry, 1964 Cloud. Sorry to get your hopes up just there, but and you have the #1 crown. Yeah, interesting. Last for the star. Looks like it's your face. Okay. I don't. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure what that comment was in reference to, whether it was to my face or not. But yeah, let's have a look. So you're most welcome. Nice haircut. Thank you very much. I do try. I need to keep myself looking good for my videos, I guess. Hello. I'm your biggest fan. Don't ban me. All right, TJ, that's fine. You won't get banned just yet, but yeah, there are moderators in the background that are watching the chat. So hi from Great Britain. Welcome. Are there loads of people here for the giveaway by chance? I think there are a few people that are probably here for the giveaway. So yeah, most likely. And yes, don't forget to hit that like button. So how many of us are there? I don't know how many of us there are at this point, but let's have a little look. There are currently 37 of us, I think, and only 11 likes. So hit that like button. You won't be allowed to enter the giveaway unless you hit that like button. So we need an even number right at the top. So 37 watching right now. Yep. All right. Okay. I think we're caught up here. So let's take that back. Maybe we can. There was a lot of, I guess, spam in there at the beginning. So we are. Here we go. Right. Yeah, so Frederick, I guess you kind of said it there. The Superlink stuff is showing as coming soon instead of coming in August. So it was saying 2025, August 2025, it was shipping. But yeah, I guess that I can only assume that it's still coming imminently. I don't have any Superlink stuff yet. And even if I did, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, it's it looks like they might have pushed the date out slightly, or they're just updating their website just to say coming soon. But yeah. Oh, the graphic was on my face. Okay, fine. That's because I literally set it up just before the live stream, so I didn't know why. I didn't know what you meant by that. Fine. I know where you live. Great, wonderful. I'm sure you do know exactly where I live. But there are a lot of people in the chat because there's something for free. Yep, definitely the case. Definitely the case. Everyone loves something for free, right? So this is my way, I guess, of giving back for all of you guys supporting me along the way, along this journey, and supporting me to continue forward. So I'm going for that silver plaque. So only 80,000 to go, I guess. But hopefully more giveaways along the way. Right, so let's have a look at this. Semil. For 31 megabits per second, max Ethernet, G5 cameras, Wi-Fi OP, which setup would be the best? I'm in Belgium with a UDM Pro Max, and I want to add a Wi-Fi AP and cameras to the house in Turkey. Ooh, Are you looking for all the recordings to go back to one central location? If you are, then probably not the best thing to do over VPN. You would probably have to set up something separate and then perhaps configure site magic between the two. That would be something you could do. So that's something you can look at. 8 megabits per second upload. Okay, I'm assuming that's the same question above. Yeah, so Superlink family is coming soon. Will be interesting. We'll probably change things. I think did I read it on a chat somewhere or something, or maybe Cody mentioned it in a stream earlier. I can't remember. But someone did ask the question on the training events that were earlier this week, and they said it's definitely coming this quarter. And apparently there should be more coming next quarter as well. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I'm waiting for the 4-bay UNAS Pro. I couldn't even say if that's even coming, but there was, I guess, a leak or a tease, however you want to say it, earlier in a video that, yes, sort of kind of hinted that that's going to be coming. For those that attended the UWC in the UK, you kind of know what is sort of coming down the line, and it's not everything they tell you, because we saw, we did see, or I should say, I did see some stuff in there that we hadn't been told. So there's stuff that's been released that we weren't told about. All right, let's have a look. So, hold on. Is that a Superlink behind me? No, that's just a bottle of water, which I actually forgot to bring in the room. So, yeah, I'm probably going to need one of those. I think it will still be this year. It will probably be delayed for certifications for different. Yeah, I mean, quite possibly. I mean, it's one of those things like when they want to release stuff. I mean, from what I've seen from a Ubiquiti standpoint, is they just, as soon as it's ready, it goes. There doesn't seem to be, if it ties in with something else, there doesn't seem to be a wait. It kind of just goes. But I mean, if there are certification delays, we saw that with the U7 Outdoor Pro, where the 6 gigahertz is not capable in the EU or the UK for outdoor reasons. So they kind of launched a different model, and we saw a delay on that. So that probably was certifications. And there was something else as well. I think even, actually it was the other way around. So they released the U7 Pro Outdoor for the EU, but they held it off for the US until the certifications went through. So possibly might be one of those things. Sounds legit. I mean, it probably is something to do with the certifications. Because I'm hoping they don't just launch it for the US. Obviously, us guys in the EU and the UK, we definitely want those, and I'm sure other parts of the world are definitely going to want it as well. So, yeah, I am looking forward to it. I just don't know when it's coming. Is it a good idea to power the USW Ultra from another USW Ultra? Basically, power chaining switches. You can do it. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything stopping you from doing that due to the power. I'm just trying to think if it's going to do anything to your throughput. You might find the devices that are connected to it might be slightly limited in throughput. Actually, no, because you'll be doing a gig uplink. Yeah, it's just whether you can get enough power to that second switch for it to power. That's going to be your only concern. I don't see why not. In fact, maybe I should have a quick look before we store.ur.com, my favorite website that I spend my whole time on. So USW Ultra, let's have a look. What does it give out? 60 watts. So if you, right, let's bring this across. So if you're talking about, are you talking about putting a 210 watt power supply on it? Because it only outputs PoE plus. So if we go technical, if you give a PoE plus input, you're only going to get 16 watts out of it. So yes, it probably will work, but you're going to be limited if you're trying to power something out off the other video as well. So yeah, that should work. So I buy another UDM Pro in Turkey. I would probably set something else up, especially if you're going across another country. I would probably set something else up. But if you are buying, And yeah, shameless plug right here. If you are buying a new UDM Pro, do feel free to use my affiliate link, which I will pop in the chat just now. Once I manage to find it, I have about 7,000 windows open today, which I don't normally do, which I'll also say at this point, if I decide to blue screen or suddenly freeze or disappear, just be patient. I'll be back in a few moments because my machine has been known to blue screen from time to time during live streams. So just be patient. I'll be back within a few moments and we'll still be doing the giveaway. Nothing's going to change. I'm not going to disappear. And where's the chat window? Where's the chat window? There's too many windows. There it is. Right, there you go. So that's the link to my affiliate link. So if you do decide to buy anything from the stores, you can yeah, feel free to use that. And we get a small kickback here on the channel, so it helps out. Okay, I will continue across. Have you heard about the G6 180? So this is actually another one I'm looking forward to, the G6 180. So let's go back to the UI store. I think that still says Q3 2023, I think. Excuse me. Scroll down to the bottom. Yeah, so that still says, excuse me, and I just realized I'm showing you my screen, but you can't see me. There you go. You can probably see me now. So we have the 360 and the 180 that are due to come at Q3 2025, and the AIPT says, the AIPTZ, or the AIPTZ for you US viewers, it says coming soon. So there's no specific date. Whether I feel it's going to be this month, I can't say for sure. But yeah, I don't have it yet, if that's what you're asking. Or if you looked outside my house, you wouldn't see it mounted somewhere. I don't have one yet, so I don't think it's coming. Well, actually, I can't say. I've said this before on live streams. I've said things aren't happening, and the next day something happens. So yeah, I'm just going to stick to that, what it says right there. I'm going to stick to Q3. And yeah, I can't put a timeline on when that will be because I've been proven wrong time and time again. I like the video. Can I be unbanned? Okay, fine. You can be unbanned. Don't spam my chat though. Okay, fine. I'm guessing this is when that was a scared NDA moment. I know I definitely don't have it, so yeah, there's nothing to be scared at that point. And actually, to be fair, you'll notice a lot of the content creators at the moment, including myself, a lot of them are doing some evergreen content. So you know that hardware is a bit of scarce at the moment in terms of releases when we're pushing evergreen content. So that will be things like tutorials, how-to guides, like I'll show you some of the ones that I've released over the past few weeks. Actually, let's do that now. So if I go to my computer monitor and I go to my YouTube page, if we go to videos, so the past few weeks, if we go to videos, you'll see we did a NAS leak video, we did Unified Drive 3.0. So the last one I did was the last new kind of hardware that I've done was the AR horn and the WAN switches. Since then, it's been things like optimizing, new software releases, and then planning tools. So there's some really good stuff there. I'm hoping a lot of people will find this sort of things useful, but there's things around optimizing your access point if that's what you want to see, or a network update, or free Wi-Fi planning, the Wi-Fi planning tools. So what I do to plan my deployments, mesh versus wired networks, what you're going to use, which one's better, and sort of 10 tips to get started. And these two are the two that I've released over the last week. So we have the mesh versus wired, and I guess 10 things you do once you've get your hardware set up. So if you want to check those out, feel free to have a look. And yeah, any engagement is always good and helps my videos move along nicely. So where did we reach to? What are we? 20 past 8. Okay, we'll give it another maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll see the chat completely dip once everybody leaves after the giveaway. Let's see what else we got. I asked the Ubiquiti employees if the Superlink will support the Matter protocol, and they ignored my question. I guess we'll all find out when they start releasing the child devices. Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. I think they heard a lot of comments when they released the Superlink around the I guess not how unhappy people were, but they heard a lot about why they're using proprietary protocol when there's so much out there. So it will be interesting to see if they take that on board and they start moving across to Matter. I don't know if they will, but it will be very interesting if they do. What is the Unify controller, aka network application, and do I need it running 24/7? Yes, generally, if your network is running 24/7 and the Unify controller runs and hosts all your applications for Unify and the network application, it looks after and does all your configurations and settings within. That's a very quick 5-second blurb of what it does. It does a lot more. There's a load of videos on my page. You can go and check those out. They also said in the last video webinar that you will not be able to use Alarm Manager. You have to use webhooks to notify police. Yeah, so we know that that's coming. Obviously within it, it'll be interesting. It's interesting that, sorry, I probably misread that. It says you would be able to use Alarm Manager. So it's interesting that we're seeing a lot more integrated within that. And I think Alarm Manager is going to be integral, get the word out, integral to the whole Superlink stuff. So and how it's all going to work and the programming around it and the logic. So it's all going to be there, I think. That means to me that we'll not be able to hook this up to a central station to monitor alarms. Yeah, so that's I think it will. I mean, I think it will come if you can. I want to say I've heard again someone saying that will you be able to send this for monitoring? And I want to feel like someone said yes. I'm probably stepping over the line here because I think I heard it at the UWC, but again, I think everything at the moment is just pure speculation. I think we need to wait and see what comes about, and then we can make more of an assumption about what's happening. Still hoping that we will be able to add that capability going forward. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be, if they're looking to get into the business space, I think a lot of people have monitoring and they buy it when they get something installed. So yeah, again, I think it will be something that comes hopefully in the future. I read that the new UDM models will come out, will probably be coming out. Can you say anything about that? Oh, well, don't give anything away. Just we'll know that. New UDM model. So I've said that we definitely want these. Me personally, definitely. I think those 1 gig improvement, the 1 gigabit links that are in there, I think they definitely need upgrading. It's it's what they can upgrade within those UDM Pros to justify doing a release. I don't think they can just switch from 1 gigabit ports to 2.5 gigabit ports. I think they're going to have to do a bit more. I don't know if I can, I'm sure I can say this. I mean, I didn't really hear too much about the UDM Pro models, the UDM models in the UWC. But again, like I said, they haven't told us everything about what's coming. They only gave you a very small snippet as to what's coming down the line. I'm about to buy a few G6 turrets when they're back in stock in the UK. Yeah, I mean, the G6 turrets are, I mean, I don't really follow the stock levels too much in the UK, to be honest, because I generally just end up ordering from the EU. But are they still out of stock? No, they're still in the EU store. So it says available August 2025. So I think that's going to probably be maybe, well, hopefully it will come this month. If not, then yeah, you might have to hold off and just either bite the bullet to the EU store, or yeah, who knows. But yeah, that should hopefully be coming this month. And if by what happens to me generally happens, you might even be able to buy this tomorrow, because whenever I say something always happens the next day. So who knows? We'll watch this space. How many of us are there? So there's 45 of you, I think, at the moment, and 24 likes. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, and let's take a look. What else we've got? We will be coming to the live stream. We will be coming to the giveaway shortly. So for those of you that are joined for the giveaway, yeah, feel free to hold on a little bit longer, because we're almost there. That time is coming. They also mentioned that they would stop using the word AI name in the future cameras. That's interesting. That's an interesting move. Because they have quite a few things that are obviously named that. They have the AI turret, the AI dome, the AI 360. So I guess the AI turret got released and the AI dome got released late last year, I want to say. And the AI 360 has been around for a little while, so that one can sort of quite easily phase out. It's just the AI turret and the AI dome if they decide to rename the models. Have you any inside knowledge of any new doorbells coming out, or is the G4 Pro PoE still going to be the one to get for now? So it wouldn't be a live stream if this question doesn't get asked. I don't know when the new doorbell is coming. I don't know if there's going to be a new doorbell. All I can tell you is my experience at the UWC was it was asked and it was kind of, I almost want to say, yes, it's a wish. It was a bit of a wishy-washy answer. It wasn't, this is definitely happening. So yeah, it's, read into that what you wish. I think it is, I think they'd be silly not to update it because they've updated everything else in their lineup. This is literally the last thing. I just don't know when it's coming. Probably at this rate, it's probably going to be later this year, but I don't want to well, I could speculate and it might even end up coming out tomorrow, but I don't have that model if it is coming out tomorrow. So who knows? If you need a new doorbell, get the G4 Doorbell Pro. I have one and it works great. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to take anything away from the G4 Doorbell Pro. It's a great doorbell, and it does what you need it to at the moment. I think people are just wanting that slight upgrade in terms of image quality and the AI features built into it, which will be quite good. Do you think the Superlink smoke detector can also detect carbon monoxide? I don't think they showed anything in their video about what it was going to be doing. I want to say yes, but again, I'd be purely speculating at this point. I know probably as much about Superlink as probably you all do. So I can't say, oh, hold on. I've got some audio leaking through with some lovely adverts. Right, so in their video, let's have a little look. Oh, let's go back there 1 second. So that I think is the alarm, the smoke detector. So smoke detector. Oh, it just says smoke on there at the moment. I know this image has probably been leaked around, not leaked around. This has probably been posted around everywhere, but I still don't remember everything that it is. But these are the devices that are coming now. Whether they all come out together or they come out one at a time, who knows? Yeah, let's see what happens. So we have the alarm hub, we have a relay, we have an air quality, a motion alarm control, we have an entry sensor, we have smoke, we have a fob. That's going to be interesting. I think a lot of people are excited about the fob to see what that does and how it's going to work. Environment, glass break, and siren. So these are the ones that we've seen so far. Right, let's go to the next one. So what's the biggest installation I've completed? What, from a Ubiquiti network perspective or cameras? I mean, network would probably be 4 sites maybe. That's probably the biggest install, using an MPLS link across the sites to link them together. That's probably the biggest install I've done. In terms of cameras, maybe 30 cameras. So small. I generally deal with small to medium businesses. I'm happy to deal with larger businesses if they want to come across and have a chat with me. So yeah, I mean, that's the sort of biggest install I've done so far. But I know there's other guys out there, the other content creators, they've done some fairly big installs as well. What's the difference between the Unify AP, a switch, and a gateway? That's probably a video in itself, and some networking fundamentals that you probably want to understand. So maybe I'll cover that in another video. I currently have the Ring Doorbell Cam. It replaces a peephole. I plan on putting a Doorbell Pro there instead and have an Ethernet cable through. Okay. Get the G4 Doorbell Pro with the PoE chime. It's so much better than the competition, and it's all free, locally stored and remote backup. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your network will run okay with the network software, not online, but you just can't manage it. Yeah, you are correct. You are correct in saying that. You just won't be able to manage it. It will still run. The fact, generally, the Unify, unless you're running Unify OS server, which is probably a topic we'll cover a little bit later, your Unify OS is generally running on your gateway. So it would be, if one is down, probably likelihood is both of them are going to be down. But yeah, your network would, your Wi-Fi access would still be there. You just wouldn't be able to get out to the internet if your gateway was down. Bear with me. Let me grab some water because I forgot my bottles outside. Ooh, that wasn't a good idea. For someone who's new to Ubiquiti for home or gear, is there value in older hardware via the secondhand market? I mean, depending on what you're looking to do, I mean, you'll find a lot of people. Let me get the right question up first. You'll find a lot of people are happy with Wi-Fi 6 in their home. So even up until recently, I'm not laughing at what you're saying. I'm just laughing at. Up until recently, I was running an AC Pro, which is probably the best part, about 5+ years old, and it was a solid access point. It was doing its job. I was getting 300 or 400 megabits per second throughput, and when you're just browsing the web and not doing anything more intense, I mean, something like that is fine. Unless you're really looking for the low latency gaming and you really want that fast speed, at that point you're probably going to be wired in. So even if you got yourself a nice Cloud Gateway Max or Cloud Gateway Fiber, got yourself a switch and even a Wi-Fi 6 AP. I mean, most devices aren't Wi-Fi 7 yet anyway. You've got a handful of you've got a small pool of smartphones which are Wi-Fi 7. Granted, the more that come out, the more are getting Wi-Fi 7. Even laptops, there's not many. Desktops, when you build your gaming desktops or any sort of desktops, it's more the high-end gaming or more the high-end motherboards that have Wi-Fi 7. So there's nothing wrong with buying some older hardware via the secondhand market, especially if you're looking to start and getting into the ecosystem and trying to understand what's going on with it and how it works. Then yeah, I definitely would say that's a good idea. Is there a chance the doorbell will integrate with Amazon Echo or Google? They don't currently, so I would probably say at this point I'm going to say no, because I don't think they do that as of yet. But yeah, it's I wouldn't say no. Anything's possible at the moment. There was a little while ago where I didn't think Ubiquiti would open up their ecosystem in terms of their cameras, and lo and behold, I ate my words again, and OMVIF support came out. So yeah, I've learned my lesson not to say no. If you get the non-PoE version, then you can use the existing wiring from the doorbell. It will not run on batteries, so you will need a power source. Is there, I think that's the same question. I think you posted it twice. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get through all of these, and I realise we are at the half an hour mark. So, got a trash can from my father. Been watching your videos to understand it. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. We are all here to, well, I guess all of us content creators are here to help any way we can. I'm not a fan of the €40 delivery. Yeah, neither am I. I'm not happy with the delivery that we have to pay, but sometimes the clients need it, and it's just easier just to order from the EU store. It comes within a day or two, so it just depends on how urgent I generally need the hardware. I use Discord. Yeah, so I've just recently joined Discord. I'm still not actively using it yet. It's something I'm, I guess, learning how to use, if that's the right way to say it. But yeah, I think what we will do, I think, so welcome to everybody that has joined already. I know where the number is climbing. We're up to 59 people. So hit that like button if you haven't already. You're not allowed to enter unless you hit that like button. That's a joke, by the way. You can enter. Let me just do a few more of these, and then we'll move across to the giveaway, and then we can continue and hopefully you all stick around to the end. I don't do my live streams for that long. I generally go for about somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah, hopefully you'll stick around. I installed my G4 Doorbell Pro on Monday, but one of the retaining clips on the mounting plate broke. I glued it back. It's okay now, but apparently it's a common thing during installation. I haven't actually installed that many Doorbell Pros. I've probably done maybe 2 or 3, but yeah, I would probably get in touch with Ubiquiti, raise an RMA or whatever it is. They will definitely get another one out to you if it's something that's, especially if it's a common issue. That Lilac Gamer, hey, hello, how's it going? Can you tell me what's the best gaming PC? I'm probably not the best person for gaming PC advice, but there are loads of channels out there that will definitely tell you a lot more than I can. Hi, welcome Shutsies, how you doing? Just installed the G4 Doorbell Pro for my father. He loves the image on the screen. Rings the bell just to see. Yeah, I mean, it is definitely a novelty to start with. It's something that's different. You don't see them on all doorbells. So yeah, it's something that's nice. Just buy the bullet. Just bit the bullet and bought the intercom instead. I know it's overkill, but it has great features. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what your use case is. Some people will want that, and some people won't. So I guess it's down to individual what you really need. I recently purchased the U6 Mesh Pro and it's huge. I don't think I've actually seen a U6 Mesh Pro. I'm just trying to figure out which one that is. U6. Do UI even still sell it? Well, I can't see it. Oh, there it is, U6 Mesh Pro. I'm being blind. So this little device. Yeah, I've not actually installed one of these yet or used one of them, but yeah, it's a solid AP, and looking at it, 343 millimeters. That definitely, yeah, I mean that's a decent size access point, that's for sure. Interesting to see Unify get into smart home things. Yeah, it's like the audio side of things, right? You didn't really see it coming, but I think they see the gap in the market and they do things well, or they can do things well. Sometimes, I wouldn't say the execution is wrong, but sometimes it's, yeah, it can be a bit hit and miss with the end consumers, but you have to realize at some point that you're never going to keep every consumer happy, or prosumer or business. You're going to upset some people. So yeah, it just depends. But yeah, it's going to be something big. I'm hoping it's only going to get bigger and bigger. So they do show an air quality sensor that might work for CO. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that might work with it. Was it easy to get into doing Ubiquiti installing? I mean, it's not something I do full time, but it's something I do on the side. This platform kind of helps. I get a lot of queries coming in from this platform, so it kind of helps, and it's just kind of gone from there, really. It's kind of like any business. You sort of got to market yourself, and yeah, then work from there. Going to install a gate kit for a customer. Would the G6 be okay for an LPR, or just get the LPR camera? So if you want 100% guarantee, not 100% guarantee, but if you want a higher guarantee, there's a big difference in the LPR camera and the way it works with night vision. I think during the day, either or will be fine. But the night vision, I think Clay from DPC Technology, he did a video, which is a little bit better than my one in terms of the LPR camera comparison. Let me see if I can find it. LPR camera comparison. Where is it? So he went in a little bit more detail. There it is. Copy link address. So it's that video right there. So high speed detections. He goes through 4 or 5 different cameras and shows them in different different scenarios, so both day and night. And I want to say the G6 is in there, but I can't remember if it is. Let me have a look. Let me get past the adverts first. So does he show? So he has the G6 bullet. Okay, yeah, he hasn't got the chapters down here, so I don't know exactly which cameras he's got. There you go. So these are the ones that he's used. So there you go. There's the AI. So there's the LPR camera. It is a beast of a camera. I think that looks like the AI turret. That looks like the DSLR. That looks like the AI Pro. So there's a whole bunch of them on there. Have a little look at this video. I'll paste this into the chat. So yeah, have a little look at that, and hopefully that video will kind of point you in the right direction. If you want to see my video, obviously let me plug my own video as well while I'm doing it. LPR, share, copy. Right, my video obviously shows it more of a residential side of things, which is probably more what you're looking at. So, but I don't do the comparison with multiple cameras. I just use, I think I just do the AI LPR camera. I can't remember. I recorded it 6 months ago, and I've done a lot more since then. So, yeah, I think I just show the day and night settings between them. So yeah, you can go and check that one out. Right, I think I've kept you guys waiting long enough. So I appreciate your concern. I appreciate your patience for waiting around. But let's get into why we are all here. So apparently the giveaway is over my face. So let's try and resize that ever so slightly. Right. To win this, let me come up with the random word first. Don't type inside wire yet before you start spamming the chat. Don't do that yet. No. Don't do it yet. Oh, I shouldn't have put that up yet. Okay, right. So let's see how many people are listening. Let me get this updated. Wait 1 second. So let me reset the draw. Right. Let's stop the entries. Right. Let's reset the draw. Okay, let's see if this works. Can you type in the word Gateway Max and you will see that pop up, and let's see how many entries we get in. Sorry, I apologize. I should have just put one letter. Just please make sure you don't make a typo. That's all I ask. And hopefully you don't crash my software, to say the least. So there's 19 of you that have entered. I will give this a few moments. And that chat window is definitely going crazy. So have a little look at how you've typed it. Please make sure you don't make a spelling mistake. I have 40 entries so far. 41. There's definitely one typo in there I can see. Keep those 43. It's one word, not two words, Gateway Max. I'm seeing a few that have 45 entries. I should actually just bring this one up, right? Let me so let's make this a little bit bigger. It would be really bad now if I get a blue screen right now. This would be like the pinnacle of my live streams. Right, let's have a little look through. So Gateway Max, 53. Let's go. So Gateway Max. So remember, there's no space in between. So Jason Collin, I'm sure you've written it again, but 1964 Cloud, there's no space. We're at 52 entries. Vassel, slight typo. Right. Gateway Max, John, you've put a space in Gateway Max. I'm giving you guys a chance here. I don't know if it's case sensitive, and I apologize again if it is. I should have just chosen one letter. It would have made life a lot easier. Colin again. I'm sure some of you are typing on your phone, so it's putting a space in there. Remember, no space. Gateway Max. 61 entries. No, 54 entries. There's 67 of you right now. Okay, right, let's give it. So I'm seeing 55 entries. 56. I'm hoping you're all in here. I don't know how many of you have typed it in, but I'm hoping you're all in here because it doesn't let me see names. 57 entries. I'll give it another 20, 30 seconds. And then, so the way this is going to work, I should have actually outlined the rules before I did this, really. So obviously there are going to be a lot of you that aren't UK based. I will try and order the Gateway Max from your nearest Ubiquiti store and get it delivered directly to you. So as long as you're happy to give me your address, I will get that shipped to you. If you're in a location where it's not, then perhaps I will probably just order it myself and then get it sent to you, depending on where you are. So let's see, we're on 57 entries. There's 77 people here. Do make sure again you've spelt it right. That's Gateway Max. So G, capital GATEWAY, capital MAX. I'm seeing 58 entries right here. So you'll see it right there. It says 58 entries. 59 entries. And we'll give it another 10 seconds. Let's make this, oh, wrong one. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. Giveaway. Right, 60 entries. Yeah, I know it'll never be 100%, but I want to keep things as fair as possible. So we've got 60 entries. So, all right, 61 entries. I think it might be case sensitive. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds if you think that you've typed it in wrong. You can type it in again, but I think it might be case sensitive. So where are we? 62 entries. So if you've already typed it in, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. 62 entries. I don't know how many people are on the stream. I think there was 70 plus a minute ago. 76. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's go. So we have 62 entries. I'm going to select a winner in 5, 4, and hopefully you'll see it over my face appear right here. 3, 2, and 1. Let's select a winner. Lincoln Beachy, congratulations. You are the winner of the Cloud Gateway Max. So drop me a comment. I'm seeing 61 watching. Yeah, so probably sounds about right. Everybody's here kind of entered. Thank you all for participating. Congratulations. Drop me a message on Instagram, Facebook, X, whatever you use, or there's actually my email address in my bio. So if you want to drop me an email address, if you want to drop me an email, drop me an email. And yeah, we'll go from there and we'll work it out. Hopefully you are based in the UK, EU, US or Canada, where it's quite easy to order them. So yeah, hopefully you're in those sort of locations. But thank you all for taking part. We will have another we will do another giveaway at some point. I just don't know when. So I think I told Frederick if I hit 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so 5 months. So if I hit 30,000 by the end of the year, I will do a bigger giveaway than a Cloud Gateway Max. So tell your friends and family about me. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So if Lincoln Beachy doesn't come forward and claim the prize, then who knows? Maybe we'll be back for another giveaway. But he said right here, I will email you. So yeah. So let me take this away from my face now because I'm sure you don't want to see that. So thank you all for participating. And yes, like I said, there will be another giveaway. And yes, that is what you told me. So yeah, he is going to hold me to this. So hopefully by the end of the year, I'm not sure I will hit 30,000, but who knows? Who knows? YouTube is a crazy thing. Let's see how the videos perform and how many more viewers decide to partake in everything. So I will try and quickly scroll back through some of the comments. What do you think of the E7? Is it worth the money? This is always a good question. So an E7 is obviously designed for a high density deployment. If you've got somewhere where you have quite a lot of clients and very busy, then an E7 is definitely worth it. It does have a slight increase in terms of range. I do a full video in terms of a comparison video. Let me just reset this. Let me close this. So I do a video where, let me go back to my YouTube page. Inside wire. Oh, that's not supposed to come up. Inside wire, man. And I still wrote, man. Oh my God, this is not going well. I shouldn't show you guys me doing searches in YouTube. It's not going to end well. So I did a video. Where is it? This one. Unify AP comparison, where I took all of the Wi-Fi 7 devices and I did a comparison. Feel free to check this video out. I was using the Pixel 8, which I think has limited some of my numbers, but have a little look. I go through throughput testing and I go through range in I'd say a 4-bedroom house in the UK. So have a little look. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to replace some stuff, but replace 2 access points with 1. But unfortunately, I don't think that would be the case given the way the UK houses are built. So unfortunately, it's for me, a long answer, a very long-winded answer. For me, it would probably, I didn't put the E7 in my house just purely because I didn't see the advantage of this point. I actually have it in a box sat right next to me and you're probably screaming at me saying, why are you not installing the E7? I think I probably will, but not just yet. So it just depends on your kind of deployment, I guess. Hopefully Ubiquiti release more gear soon and you'll have a lot more content. Yeah, hopefully so. Hopefully so. Have to drop. Thanks again. Yeah, thanks again, John, for joining. Hopefully I'll see you on the next stream. So for those that don't know, I do try and stream every Sunday. I don't know how many people have disappeared. I think we're down to 38 now. So thank you to loyal viewers who stick around and enjoy having a quick chat with me. But I guess that's what the giveaways are about, right? You're going to have people that join and then drop off when it's done. I think I would do the same sometimes, depending on who I'm listening to. Hello, HandyDX. Hello. How much smart home stuff do you have in your home besides the lighting strip in the background? Not that much, surprisingly. I have a few Shelly switches. I have a few Akara light switches. I'm trying to think now. What else do I have? I have a few smart plugs kicking around. What else? I'm hoping to actually have an air conditioning unit to install in here soon because these lights, you know, in the summer in the UK is not a good combination, and a south-facing garden, it doesn't end well in here. So I'm hoping to actually get some AC. So that will probably be another smart thing that I add. Not that much, to be honest. I'm not a big, for someone that's quite into tech, I'm not really I don't have a lot of smart home stuff. I've been trying for about a year to get into Home Assistant to try and get everything set up nicely, but I start getting in there and then I get distracted with Unify stuff, or it's just busy. It's not something that I have the time to sit there and just play around with it, unfortunately. Semil, unfortunately, you might be a few moments late. We have completed the giveaway already, so I apologize if you are a little bit late, but do join for the next one when it does happen in the future. It's fun to talk with Unify in addition to Gateway. In addition to gateways. You can tell it's been a long stream already. In addition to giveaways. That's a good point, actually. I wonder did anybody actually join from this side? Is this one? Ooh, okay. Fine. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just getting sidetracked. I realised I'm streaming on another platform and I think I've completely ignored them. Which is not good, but I don't think they're there anymore, so it's fine. Anyway, we move on. I digress. Are you going to do a mini split unit? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for. I really wanted to install it myself, but it's just the gas side of things that just put me off a little bit, and you need like the gas certifications and whatnot. So yes, that's what I'm hoping to install. I'm still undecided. I think there's a lot of opinion around either Fujitsu or Mitsubishi or Daikin. So yeah, I'm still undecided which way I'm going yet. Home Assistant plus Unify Protect isn't so tough. It's getting better all the time. Yeah, I mean, I've linked it to Unify Protect and it's there and it's working. I just haven't like created a nice dashboard. I have big plans in my mind, but I just need the time to do it. Unfortunately, that's something that I don't have at this point. Yeah, with a toddler and an infant and sleep deprivation, it's not a good combination. That's for sure. If you have time, don't mind me asking, what's the easiest way to isolate just one device in my network? Is it a separate VLAN? Probably, yeah. It probably is. Would be a separate VLAN, and you can isolate the network completely. I just sent you an email from my. Let me just check that I got your email. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Yes, I did get your email address. Cool. I will be in touch. I'll be in touch. Hopefully next week. I will try and do it as quick as possible. I apologize if there's a week or so delay, but I will. In fact, I'll try and get it ordered tomorrow morning if I can do. The only thing I might need from you, possibly, if you don't mind, would be a telephone number. I will try and put my telephone number, but yeah, if they ask for a US one, then I'll get a bit stuck. But yeah, I'll try and get that ordered tomorrow or the day after, and yeah, get that across to you. If you have time, so yeah, separate VLAN. Sorry, I did get distracted. Let me pull up my Unify network, and I will have a look at what within the VLAN we can do. So I think there's an isolate network within VLAN, which completely isolates that network from everything else. And I think there's an isolate device as well. But I think that might have been on the Wi-Fi networks, I think. Is this a Wi-Fi device that you're looking to do? Or is it a network? Oh, that's been... No, it is the network. Okay, fine. Is there anything on here I can't show you? Let's have a look. Yeah, here we go. Right. As long as I don't deviate away from this screen, I think we should be fine. So within your network, you have the option to isolate the network. There used to be something which was isolate device. I think that might be on the Wi-Fi settings. So you have isolate network right here, and you can do that. And let me show you actually. What the isolate network does is it isolates the network from all other vector networks using firewall rules. You can just do this straight with a firewall rule as well. You don't have to create a whole brand new network. But in Wi-Fi, is it there? Yeah, there it is. So in Wi-Fi, you have something called client device isolation, and prevents wireless communication between clients on the same AP communicating each other. So that's something you could look at doing as well. But like I said, you can do it completely with firewall rules as well. You don't have to do a completely separate network. You can do it with firewall rules. It's just a little bit more complicated. But if you want something simple and easy, then yeah, that's the way to do it. And I realize I'm still talking like this. So there we go. Right. So what else have we got? I ain't going anywhere. Honestly, I use a UXG and a cloud key, so I did not really need the cloud gateway. Yeah, sorry, I feel kind of bad because your name was picked out first when we were doing the test. So I apologize for that. I do apologize. Dakin, yeah, I've heard a few people say Dakin, but I think they also come at a bit of a premium as well, because you're paying for the name. I'm sure the underlying parts are just as good as well, but yeah, I have heard that they come at a bit of a premium. Sorry, Mark, to tell you that you are probably a little bit late. We have already concluded the giveaway, and hopefully something you can join in the next one when we have another one. Just a Wi-Fi device. Put that device on a guest network and check the isolate network option. Yeah, so that'll pretty much do it as well. Dakin are good but expensive. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've heard. That's kind of what I've heard. So yeah, I'm still undecided of which way it's going to go. I'm getting a few more quotes over the next week or so, and then we'll make a decision. And it's going to be typical. As soon as I get that done, the British summer is going to end, and it's just going to be raining and miserable, like it normally is. Okay, perfect. Thanks so much. I will look into the firewall. Also set up a VLAN using setting up. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really be concerned about the more CPU usage for one extra VLAN. It's not going to be massive, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. And I think that is finally us catching up with the comments. So now I will go back to my notes and think about what we were going to talk about, but we are already over the hour mark. So I think I'm going to hold this. I'll give it a few more minutes for some questions, or another minute or so. I do have a few videos coming up this week. I think one of them is covering PPSK, so private pre-shared keys, and another one is around VPN routing. So given everything that's going on in the UK at the moment, I'm not encouraging anything, but yeah, it kind of shows you how to, I guess, route out of a VPN if that's something that you are looking to do. So yeah, those are the few videos I have coming out this week. So I'm hoping to record a few more. There was a huge ton of comments in one of the videos that I posted yesterday around setting up VLANs and how that works. So maybe I will have a look at that and see if I can dive a little bit deeper into that, because there seems to be a few people asking for that. But if not, it sounds like we're going to wrap things up here. So thank you all for joining the stream. I hope you've found it in fun, something a little bit different. Oh, we're having a couple more questions. I will get to them just before we wrap up. Okay, have you had much experience with the CyberSecure Proofpoint offering? Not too much, but I know there are a few people that have had this installed, and I think the CyberSecure is getting more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's becoming more good value for money, because around the filtering, I think that's going to be the big thing as well. Any recommended 2 terabyte SSDs for the UCG Max and Fiber? Yeah, I mean, most 2 terabyte SSDs will work. I think the one that they shipped originally with the Max, the Cloud Gateway Max, was the Kingston one. But yeah, I mean, any 2 terabyte SSD is going to work. If you want, I don't know if they do a WD Purple M2 SSD. I don't think they do. I know they do a red, but I don't think they do a purple. No, I don't think they do. But quick Google, and yeah, that will give you everything you need to know about which one that you need to buy. Most of them generally work. I don't think there is any SSDs that are not compatible. Thank you, Frederick. Thank you for joining. Peace. Thank you. Inside Wire on top. Yeah, hopefully I continue to stay on top. Get a 4 terabyte. Yeah, I mean, bigger size isn't always, it's never going to harm. Depends how much you're going to be recording to it. Why not go 10? I think 10 terabyte SSD might be a little bit on the pricey side. if they even exist. Do they exist? Oh, there's a 12 terabyte WD Black. No, that's 2.5. 4 terabyte. I think I've seen 8 terabyte. 600 quid. It's not bad. Not bad, I guess. Oh, we have a comment from another viewer from another platform. Hello, great lords of the Omni world. Hello, welcome to the stream. So we are actually wrapping up at this point. So I do stream every Sundays around 8 p.m. UK time. So feel free to join us. Hit the follow button if you want to. Great. Oh, great lord of, yeah, thanks. Okay. Apologies for reading it wrong. It's been quite a long stream, so it's interesting that your messages don't come up like these ones do. I'll have to try and figure that one out. Be sure to join next week and I'll try and figure out why your messages are not popping up like the others do. It's interesting. Yeah, so every Sunday is around 8 p.m. Is when I stream, and sometimes I do stream during the week if there's enough to talk about generally. But thank you guys for joining me this evening, and I will see you in the next one. TikTok likes over 1,000. Don't worry, it was mostly me. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Hopefully that will. I think they've stopped pushing my video on that platform because as soon as you mention some other words, they stop. But yeah, take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.